folks, I thought today I would do an art journal page, and using some of the things that my lovely sister sent to me yesterday. So I've got this beautiful napkin which I thought I would use as a background, and I thought I would use the parrot as well. So I've printed myself out a saying, "Be a parrot in a flock of pigeons," and I've printed me out some pigeons in different sizes and positions. So I'm going to fussy cut those and get ready. So I'll spare you the pain of watching me fussy cut. I'll be back in a minute. Right, my pigeons have been fussy cut. I will need to probably go around there. My journal page I have covered in Mod Podge and let it dry, and I'm going to cut out my napkin to the right size, and then I shall just go and iron that on. Saturday and I'm doing ironing, good grief. Let's just cut some of this away. I don't want to waste any because it's so lovely. Let's cut it like that. Just doing it slightly larger than we need, and then I can cut away the excess. Let's put that to one side. Right, go away, birds. Right, we do need to remove the oh, that's easy. I'm going to say the ply. There's two, I think there's two plies there. Don't know if you can see. Oh, there's one. And there's the other. And this is the bit that we want to keep. Right. Like that. Okay, I shall keep those because I can use those for something. And I will just go and iron this on, whichever way round it looks, and then I'll be back. Right guys, it's confession time. I did go and iron my napkin, and I was ironing and ironing, and I couldn't work out why it wasn't sticking until I realised that I'd got the thing the wrong way round and the glue was on the underside. So I've got bits of napkin that had stuck, and then so I had to start again. I had to go and get some more napkin. Unfortunately, the piece I'd got had already got a piece cut out of it, and I refused to use a new one. So what I've done is just use a piece that I could reuse that I had tried previously to stick on. So that's been stuck over there. I'll trim that in a minute and see what I can do with it. But I figured I could hide that with a pigeon or something. Said nobody ever. So let's just tidy it up and see what we've got. See, that's my fault for trying to do actual genuine ironing as well as crafting. So I thought I'd do the ironing, get it out of the way, and then I'd have this to come back to, which I did. But I have no idea why I put the napkin on the non-glued side. And of course I was melting the glue, but there was nothing for it to stick to apart from bits of napkin. Anyway, I don't think it will matter. I think we can get around it. This is, I don't know what to do with that. I might just, I wonder if it can just tear off a bit there, look. Because we don't really want it flapping. Although actually that looks quite nice like that. I might leave that bit. And just pop a little glue under it and see if we can get it to stick. So nothing special. Just that might work there. And this little flappy bit can have the glue as well. There. I mean, I know it's there, but it's not, I don't think it's that noticeable. Right, where's my puffy parrot? Let's get him out and have a look at him. Where do we want him? What's that bit there? Got wrinkle or something in there. I didn't do a grand job, did I? Now we could have the parrot over this side, or we could have this maybe, and then we need our flock of pigeons here, there and everywhere. I'm just wondering whether not to put a little bit of gesso around him so that he stands out a bit. Shall I do that, or shall I just stick him on and give him a black outline? That's quite large. I might have to trim that down a little bit. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I want him there. Have I got a large enough pigeon to cover the boo-boo? Yeah, that would do. Something like that. I still think that that's a little bit large. I can trim it down a bit. Yes. Maybe I'll just leave them like that. I do need to ink around my pigeons though, because there's a lot of white edges there. Right, let me come back. I will ink my pigeons. I think, what have I got? I have got black soot, but that could be a bit dark. What else have we got? Oh, ice spruce. That will do. I will give them a blast of ice spruce, and I'll trim this a little bit, and I'll be back. Okie dokie, much happier with my pigeons. They look better without the white. I'm thinking something along these lines, and I'm thinking I might just put a bit of gesso down underneath where the birds are going to go. So I've got a row of those. Let's see how it goes. Depends whether or not it starts lifting the what do you call it? The napkin. Right, let's, I'll just stick it on my mat. Why don't I do that? There we go. Don't know how much I will need. Let's leave it there for a minute. Stay there. And I think I will use this side. Right, what do we want? I wanted him about there, so oops. I thought using a sponge would be the best thing. It would stop it from getting too wet and lifting the napkin. Also, it gives a little bit of texture. I need to be careful there because I've turned the thing around, so that's where the corner, the bizarre corner is. So I want to come out a little bit more over here. Need some more gesso. I need to be careful because I can see it puckering a little bit, which I don't want. So just maybe a little bit more. The birds are dancing up there. Just a little bit more. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the birds. Whether or not I'm going to add a little bit more gesso for them as well or not. Don't want to cover the napkin because the napkin's really pretty. Right, I think that will do for him. Maybe I'll just do a little bit down the bottom. Where I'm going to put the walking birds. Something like that. And then I'm not sure about these flying beasts. I absolutely hate pigeons as well. I don't hate them, that's a bit harsh. Because I love birds, just I don't like flocks of pigeons. They terrify me, and I did have a bit of an incident not that long ago when I was walking around town, and there was a man, an older man, on a bike in the pedestrian area, as you do, and there were lots of pigeons around, a big sort of flock, and I was picking my way through them, and he drove his bike right into them, and they all went up in the air, and I had a bit of a screaming fit and flapping my arms around and nearly knocked him off his bike. So anyway, that'll serve him right. I don't think he should be cycling at pigeons in a pedestrian zone, but I do hate them. They terrify me when they do that. I think it's when I was a child I got attacked by an owl, and I think it's that. I love birds, I just don't like them flapping. If they start flapping at me, I don't like them. It frightens me. The owl went for my head and tried to take my my hair with its claws. So I think that's perhaps where it came from. I don't know, but I love birds outside. I don't really like birds in cages. Although we have got one, but we inherited ours because it didn't have anywhere else to go. So rather than see it something, not nice happen to it, when my friend's mum died, we said we'd have her bird, but it's such a nervous little thing. And I'm just training it actually at the moment. It's just starting to hop onto my hand, but it's taken a long time to gain its trust. Anyway, let us see. I think I want this to dry. I'll use my heat tool, my new heat towel. My other one blew up on Friday, or I can't remember what day it was, Thursday or Friday. Anyway, let me try this out. Stick there with some a brush with some gesso on it, because I may come back to it. Now, Mr. Puffy Parrot is quite sticky. Will he stick on there? I think I might add some glue just to help him stay long term. We wouldn't want him flying off. In you go, come on. Right, let's pop him on there. Hopefully he wants to stay there. Right, and let's see if we can glue on some pigeons. So I always think pigeons look kind of nice, especially when they've got iridescent heads and the like. I just don't like to be too close. Right, what was I doing with these anyway? Let's have a look. There's a bit of a thing there. Could have one up there. Something like that, I think. Should we pop you up there? I'm thinking I might have to go around that with something. It looks a bit bare, doesn't it? And we've got some walking pigeons here. Let's put this one at the bottom. I've got a lovely pleat in here in this napkin. If I tried to do that, I would never have been able to do it. So how it occurred, I don't know. I don't really want it either. So I will try and disguise it with pigeons. But I shall need to give them a bit of ground to walk on or something. So these are the ominous ones, the ones when you're walking around somewhere and they're all on the ground, just pecking about. I hate that. And then you know that one false move and they'll all go whoosh. Right, that one in front. Here's a bit bigger. I mean, they're not, if you look at them closely, you'll see there's only a few different types of print out pigeons I've done. All I've done is made some a bit bigger than others, or flipped them round so one's facing one direction and one's facing another. That can go there. Right, what should we do with this, do we think? I'm thinking maybe we'll have a little bit of a red. Actually, I might have enough on there. Yes. I think that will do us. And I think I'll just put it on flat. I don't really want it raised up. Okie dokie, let's put that on and then we can decide what we do about the other pigeon, because there is another big pigeon which could go on, like his dive bombing. There we go. Perhaps we'll pop him up there. There we go, let's have him up there. Right, I'm thinking I will, don't think I need that gesso, so I will clean that up and put the lid on. Now, I don't think you can see the birds terribly well, so I probably will go round those when they have dried. Let's just trim that edge a bit. And I think I will give us a bit of a red edge. I think that will help. And we'll get in there. Oops. Put that there for a minute. Right, I think I'm going to have to go around that in a black pencil, but I need my pencil sharpener. I saw it yesterday. What did I do with it? That is the question. What did I do with it? Well, I'll be back in a minute. Oh, I'm embarrassed to say how long that took. It necessitated a trip around the other side of the desk. Right, let's have a go. I've just tried to sharpen this, and I think the lead or whatever it is a little bit broken in there, and I think it's going to give us a bit of trouble, I'm thinking. I don't really want to I really want a lot of this, it's quite dark, so right. I am rotating my page a lot rather than trying to draw around, because if I don't, I draw too far away from it. If you start doing it up here, it's not the same. You need to push up against the thing that you're drawing against, otherwise your line is, you know, a few millimetres away on the other side, which nobody really wants. Can't tell what goes where there. I can feel the lead in this wobbling around. I might have to attack it with a penknife rather than a sharpener. Oops. It's got a curly tail. Let's give him a bit of glue. Nobody wants a curly tail. Well, unless you're a curly-tailed parrot or something. Now, what do you reckon, guys? Shall I go around the parrot as well? Oh, I've managed to get... That's alright. I think I will give him a bit of a outline. Sorry if I just whacked the camera stand. Right, now, will I find my water brush? That is the other question, yes. Has it got any water in? No. I could spray some in, let's try that. Will do. I had a bit of a tidy up yesterday, that's why I can't find anything. I knew I'd seen my pencil sharpener, but quite where? Well, I knew where I'd put it. Okay. Oh, I haven't done my pigeons down the bottom here, look. Have I done these? No. Right, these need a bit of something to stand on as well. So let's give them that. So many birds. Oops, see what I mean about my pencil. Go on, hold in there just for this last little bit. Judging my wonky pencil. I don't want to have to stop and sharpen it again. Right, let's see what we're doing with that. Right, where should we start? At the top. Gonna need a bit of, that will do, tissue. Hopefully this will make their little pigeon bodies stand out. And then just here. So that was a Stabilo All pencil, and I was just using it's sort of like a water soluble, but it's useful just to go around the edges, and then you can blur them a bit with some water. Not so easy on the napkin. It does sort of leach out a little bit. There we go. Hopefully they stand out a bit better. They don't look terribly well defined. That's probably because I've printed them myself. Tim Holtz, if you're watching, perhaps you'd like to make some paper pigeons like the paper dolls for my one-time project. He probably already does. There's probably a whole range in pigeon stationery that I've never come across. So I mean, it is beginning to leach out a bit on that napkin. Anyway, good job we're not looking for perfection, eh? And then just round here, hopefully. Now it's not too bad. I don't want it to be too bold, just want to be able to make out that they are pigeons, just not grey blobs. Come back and do the ground in a minute. Yeah. It's got a bit of a dark aura, this one. There's always one. Okay, let's just give them a bit of ground. And a bit of pigeon shadow there. Right. Not sure what we think to that. Might leave it like that. I might just give it a bit of a black soot. I've lost my black soot ink pad. Where's not the ink pad? The no, it's not in there. But I will use that instead. Don't know what I've done with that. They're usually kept right next to them, so I've done something, obviously. Might just do that around the edge. I know we've got the red, but I think the black will just help frame it. There. Right. Bit of a blurry pigeon mess that, but it was fun. Hope you enjoyed that. That's my beer parrot in a flock of pigeons. Okay folks, I shall be back. I don't like those. What can I do with those? Not sure. I think I'm just going to leave it, because if I mess around with it I will make it worse. Anyway, I will be back with another project another day. Have a lovely weekend and see you soon. Thanks for watching. Keep safe. Bye for now.